Active, and of course Aisha joins me again to tell us what people have been saying about the issues we put out there. Aisha, what are they saying?
And I can tell you a lot more. Issues are coming up from the issues we put out. One of them says, hey, this President's Day is President Swag. Charlie, I'll read all of them very soon, but it's time to get interactive. You know how we do it. Join the conversation via our social media platforms. It's facebook.com/joynews-on-TV, at Joy News on TV on Twitter, and send your WhatsApp messages to 0560-800,000 and they will be read in real time. And if you just joined us, sit back, relax, and enjoy the biggest conversation in the country around this time. Okay, so former President Johnny Kufuor has reiterated his call for an extension of the presidential term, arguing the 4-year term is not enough to make a meaningful impact as president. Question is, do you support this argument?
4 years may never be enough. It will depend on whichever projects that the government has in mind to do. So within the 4 years, you do what you can do, and then if the citizenry are appreciative of what is this you've done, they may give you the vow to run again for another term to complete whatever it is you started and you're not able to complete.
Well, for what we've grown up to understand, the 4 years it's enough. If you are exceeding it, then some people would think maybe they made their mistake in voting for the wrong person. So to me, I think the 4 years is okay.
I think the 4 years is okay. Okay, so because the 4 years, if you've really planned well, you can even achieve what you want to do throughout the 4 years.
Presidents come in and go, and most of them do well, like they work hard. Yeah. And others don't. It's not because it's 4 years or 5 years. Yeah. If you can work, you can work. It's not about it being less or more.
I don't think 4 years is enough because there are some promises that you make and then 4 years might not be enough. You might need some extra months to be able to execute it. So for me, I think 5 years will be okay. But then it shouldn't start from now. Maybe the next 5 years after we do all the processes and it's okay. Then we can take it from there.
So let's check some messages on WhatsApp too, and I start with Nuhu Bole. He says Mahama is leader that Ghanaians will miss at the end of his office. And this one from Philomene from Kumasi, she says, yes, I totally agree with the former president. You didn't add your name. He says, I think former President Kufuor hit the nail right on the head. And it's coming from Berima Kwabaji from Jine. Sumaila Idris says, I humbly support the former president's decision due to the right work the current president is carrying out. And from Casper, he says, 4 years, nah, no way. And those are some of the messages coming. Efo Newton says the NPP lives in fear as President Mahama showcased his admirable stature in a military uniform. Okay, we'll get to that issue. And this final one, he says, I totally agree with former president on this issue. At least it should be 5 years. So 2 terms will be great, 10 years. And it's coming from Mahama Ganyu inside Nima. Let's see what's coming up on Facebook, Araba.
Indeed, a lot of comments on Facebook. And George Oshe Jede says, I like ex-President Kufuor so much, but I don't support the opinion of more than 4 years for every sitting president, because 4 years is enough for you to show whatever vision and manifesto you have for the country. Ali Mahama says, imagine it was the 5 years former president had proposed earlier, meaning President Mahama would have been driving us with that same gear till November 2017. Yeah, the car engine will crash. Well, Nana Ama Afrakuma Todd Hunter says, I don't think far. Can someone explain it well from my understanding? Is he trying to say JM should stay or what? And so that's from Nana Ama Afrakuma Todd Hunter. Destiny Krabia says, 4 years is more than enough. The more people, like Mahama says, stays, the longer there won't be nothing left. Well, Mahama Prince Fatao says, after 2021, when JM completes his 8 years of working, I suppose he agrees. Franklin Mensah-Vita says, I'll travel back to Ghana to vote for him. God bless our past leaders. And finally, Yakubu Askar Al-Hassan says, for a developing country like ours, I would agree with him as the sitting government does not get enough time to fully implement its policies. These some way work in progress are then abandoned by the new government, which in the long run leads to waste and mismanagement of resources that were used in setting abandoned projects. D. Kobla says, good call, but when we have a visionary leader and a servant leader, not the one we're experiencing right now. Then Ahmed Tawada says, automatic 8 years, I guess. I can't think far. Seems a lot of people can't think far.
They must start thinking madness then. And this one says, if you're giving 20 years and you're destined to fail or do well, depends on good attitude towards fighting corruption. 4 years is enough. Unfortunately, he didn't add his name. And the Kawawa from Pusiga, he says the constitution allows the president to wear army uniform. Okay, so we're coming to that. President John Dramani Mahama is trending. He caused a stir of admiration from the armed forces when he arrived to commission the Naval Headquarters Office Complex in Burma Camp, clad in military attire. Meaning there's been mixed reaction towards this. And what we ask is, do you think there's something wrong with this?
So yes, lots of comments on Facebook. Sam O'Brien Boabeng says he's the only commander-in-chief who wears uniform with no name tag like the land guards and miscreants. I think that's a bit unfair, Samuel. Abby Van S says, what is there to think about? The man looks good in the uniform, period. Pa Freku says, in fact, journalism is becoming useless these days in Ghana. We have more issues to talk about as a nation. Why this useless question? It's a trending question. So, I mean, everybody's talking about it, which is why we're asking.
About our president is important.
Exactly. Ali Muhammad says, he was nice in that uniform, though, but I don't think it was necessary. Former President Kufuor was also the commander-in-chief, but we never saw him wear those uniforms. Maybe the president wants to take a selfie with them because he did the same with the CNN logo. That's not fair. But Carrie Gideon says, it's unnecessary, Mr. President. Anyway, it's good to see you are following the footsteps of good luck, Jonathan, as you prepare to be ex-president. I don't see the correlation between that. Dilton Akomia Mesa says, this is a symbol of war. 2016 election is never going to be peaceful. Mahama is ready for war. I don't think that is what is signifying.
Dilton, we don't agree with you.
Not at all. Mensa Isaac says, he's commander in... Okay, we can go over that. We can overlook that. Bugri Baumia Jr. says, wearing army uniform can't change the minds of Ghanaians. John Mahama must be serious. Let's take this one from Mohammed Ibn Isa. He says, I don't even take Ghana serious again as a country. They're always making noise about unnecessary issues. It seems they do more talking and less thinking. Kai. That's just on the lighter side.
Fifi Edumaze from Odoko, he says, well, he's the commander-in-chief, so no hard feelings, but he just wanted to show off. But hey, no name tag. He didn't even know how to stand attention properly. Hey, you people. Divine Raymond, he says, I think he will be a good military man aside the presidency. And this is coming from Kwabaji again. He says, those making a fuss about President Mahama being the military apparel simply want to be heard. The president can be in any of the attires for the Army, Navy, and even the Air Force. He's the commander-in-chief. We will sow for Kufuor after Mahama's 8-year term.
Let me just quickly read some on Facebook as well. Lots of comments coming in on President Mahama's attire. And Amuza Williams says, I salute President Mahama. Too much a gentleman. Sahar Sule Zumiyala says, the president looks good in his regalia. Mohammed Sanusi Isa says, Commander-in-Chief. And Anita Mame Yeboah says, Commander 1 with no name tag. I love that.
And Richard Bonny from Takrade, he says, wow, JM loves swag. The last time on the streets of Accra, he was seen riding motorbike. Just watch out for JM teaching in one of the community senior high schools in September. JM and Obama is equal to hashtag swag president. Those are some of the comments coming for the president wearing a military attire. You certainly love your president, don't you? Now, finally, hip life artist Belinda Ikuamwa, known in showbiz industry as Miss Bill, has taken a swipe at the current crop of musicians, saying they are lazy. According to her, some of the upcoming artists do not put in much work before releasing their albums. Simple question. You think so?
If somebody do make an insensible tracks, they must send it to court. It means the tracks, they must think twice before they make some tracks.
I don't agree with her. Music is music. Music, sometimes it does not necessarily have to inspire you. Music is music. Once you also flow with the rhyme and so on, that is what matters.
Look at the olden days musicians. They took their time. They would write a meaningful song. Like, yeah, they would write a song that would make a meaning. Like, these days music is just about money. Everyone wants to make money music. So as far as the beat, the beat they played is like, it's encouraging. They will just sing everything they like.
Whatever song that, or the song that whoever what they compose, okay, we should go through some monitoring system, okay, and to assess whether that song, if it comes out, it will have negative effect on the society before they will allow it. Okay, if they do that, most of the song that it comes out, they will prevent it from happening.
Yeah, it's, because of the craze of money, people are looking for easy way of making it, and what will sell is what they will do. Unfortunately, they are not looking at the other side of it, the negative impact that is having on the society, especially our children. And so, to some extent, I want to agree with her that people are looking for easy way out, and the easy way out is what will sell for me. Whether it is good or it's bad, I let it come. Instead of taking their time to build it and to grow it, and to, at the end of the day, have a positive impact on the society, that will give them good name and may not give them their money, they're not interested in that.
And those were some comments coming from the streets of Accra on Facebook. Let's see what's coming, Araba.
Indeed, some responses here on Facebook. Stephen Asante says, Massa, time changes, pow. When you look at this girl, pa, the time she started music and compared to her now, I can't think far. Saha Zule Zumiala says, please, Miss Bell, give us a break. All music be music. Concentrate on your career. And Jabezwa Arthur says, coming from her, a hashtag Grammy Award winner is very hashtag rich. Jog on. I suppose he's just trying to be sarcastic.
Let's see some of the messages coming on WhatsApp. This one, he didn't add his name. He says, I agree with Miss Bell, true talk. And this one said there isn't much sense in most of the songs that are released these days, and Miss Bell herself is one of them. You didn't add your name. Let me see. He says, okay, he's still talking about Mahama. He says, even if Mahama bring heaven, some people will still not appreciate it. Not because heaven is bad, but because it's Mahama who brings it. It's coming from Gilbert. And Yakubu Dane Jr. from Shell City, Bolga, he says the essence of music is only to entertain, irrespective of its content. And this is coming from DJ Frank in Boku. He says she should give us a break. Even the music she was doing didn't actually have meaning except for love things. And it's coming from DJ from This coming from Kwabaji, he says, I certainly agree with Miss Bell. In the days of Nana Mpedu, Adolfo Ampofoje and others, they sang from stories full of advices. Today, anything is a song. Can you imagine someone sitting down and writing a song called Akrantie Bini Ne Jollof, and you have people dancing to it? And it's coming from Berima Kwabaji from Jenejene. Sumaila Idrisu says, what is wrong with it? It's not bad. For Ghanaians, whatever the president does has a special price to pay. Why so? Okay, you're still talking about the president, and you also didn't add your name. He says she has a point, but she has no better music. And humming, this one is supporting Miss Bell. He says, Miss Bell all the way. Papi from Cape Coast says she just wants to be in the news. And those were some of the messages on WhatsApp. Now it's a throwback Thursday, and I want to ask you, do you remember this? It's Saturday night powder. Seriously? But this time when they buy for you, they don't put it there. Charlie,
you're nobody.
You need to feel me.
But I don't see it around these days.
No.
What?
But out of stock? Powder these days. So even the babies, their parents don't want you to use powder on them. I don't know why. But Saturday night powder, they be pack.
And then I'm here.
And before I take a break, I have some few messages. This one say, hey, Saturday night powder, long good old days. And this one say, young graduates need job. Oh, who's this? This Malam from Platini. And this one says, this powder, dear, I can't think far. I'll take a break on Johnny's Interactive. I'll be back. Welcome back to Johnny's Interactive, and I'll take a few messages. This one says Mahama is using its Saturday powder. Hey, Nicholas. This one says very well, Saturday night powder, and my grandmother will turn 3 of her siblings into ghosts in the evening after taking a good bath. It's more than sleeping tablets that induces us to sleep well. And this one say, I will advise JM to join the force after December defeat, and that's coming from Nana from Obuase. This one says Ghanaians should leave the president alone. JM, no shaking. That's coming from Noel from Kotobabi. And this final one, it says, oh, Ghana, comedy at its apex. Nana K. Osei sent us that, and that will be it for your most interactive segments. But don't worry, tomorrow is a Friday. You know how we do it on Fridays. My name is Aisha Ibrahim. Bye bye.